Archangels, ghosts, and Bigfoot. Oh my. It's just another night for Supernatural Girls. Real stories, real answers to life's biggest supernatural mysteries. And now for another exciting interview with paranormal experts from this world and others. Here's your host, paranormal researcher Patricia Baker, on the one, the only Supernatural Girls.
Welcome, everyone, to another exciting episode of Supernatural Girls. I'm your host, Patricia Baker. I'm here with my co-host, who is also actually the star of the show tonight, Patricia KIRKMAN, world-renowned numerologist. And she's here to help us with so many things that we need help with. But did you want to check in with everybody tonight first before we go to the big stuff with house numbers?
Well, firstly, folks, don't forget, we have 8 days left of the retrograde. Okay, I know it's a pain, but if we don't pay attention to it, it will bite us where we sit. Firstly, you have to remember that with this retrograde, buy nothing new, get nothing repaired, wait until the retrograde's over and do those things then, because otherwise it's going to have to be a do-over anyway. So save yourself the wear and tear. But God, folks, do be cautious of what you have to say. Oh. That will definitely come back and haunt you after the retrograde's over with. So let's kind of, play pretty. Let's pretend life is wonderful, whether we like it or not.
Okay. It's a wonderful life.
Mm-hmm. Jimmy Stewart.
Right.
Great movie.
Right. Absolutely. I can't wait till this retrograde is over. I really not.
I thoroughly agree with you. This one has been a stinker. Of course, we always say each one's a stinker in its own way, but it's just been just a bit much. It seems like it's been longer this time.
It does. And it's been more impactful for us. I mean, electrical things going crazy, refrigerator went down, just all kinds of things that we normally don't have up here. But anyways, just reminded me I'm supposed to call the electric company. Thank you for bringing this up.
Well, I've had different things that I've added, new programs that I'd like to have available for when people want information. And I put it on and got it all taken care of. And I went to open it up and I screwed up something opening up. So now it won't open for me. So I bet to have the computer guy come, but I'll wait until the 8 days are over with. There's no point in redoing the redo again.
Well, we had to have the repairman out for the refrigerator. That was kind of a we couldn't wait situation.
Make sure you get a good, shall we say, the opportunity in case you have to do a do-over. It's covered by the cost already.
Right. It is.
Because those are the things that are going to be, wherever we sit, gets our cash, they're going to want it.
Oh, really? Oh, my goodness.
Of course.
Of course.
You know better. We don't get anything for free.
Well, not only that, but talk about a retrograde and going back in time. It was 50 degrees when I woke up this morning. I mean, come on.
I'm complaining about my 90s.
I'll take the 90s over this. I was absolutely a little icicle when I woke up this morning because my window was open and I was frozen. I was absolutely frozen. It was terrible. And this, keep in mind, in the Berkshire area of Massachusetts.
That's right. You got cold weather.
It's supposed to be hot. This is the time in the summer.
Really?
To be extremely warm. Yes.
I never thought it got hot there.
It was hot in July and we had all those weeks, of that. But it's supposed to be hot now. And instead, we've gone backwards in time or forward. I'm not sure which, but whatever it is, it doesn't feel like it's where we are in August and where we should be.
There's nothing normal right now. Partly the retrograde, partly the fact that, excuse me, the world itself is in retrograde in more ways than one. I'm not just talking about the planetary things.
Yeah.
My God.
I hear you loud and clear. Well, we're on the same page about that. Luckily, most of our listeners are too. So,
Oh God, yes. Hang on to the side of the boat. Don't get thrown overboard.
yeah.
We'll ride it out. We'll ride the waves out. And in a matter of a couple of weeks, we're going to feel like life is going to get a little bit better. But I've got more stuff to throw at you as the next month goes through. But
Okay.
for right now, let's enjoy the best of what we've got.
Okay. Well, let's
Good
do
idea.
it. Let's do it. All right. Well, I'm going to just introduce you again. Tonight, we have Patricia KIRKMAN, who is a world-renowned numerologist. You've been doing this for how many years now?
Since 73.
My goodness. Well, you are
It's
an
almost as old as me.
You're a wonderful expert, and we have been talking a lot about house numbers.
Right.
And the house number issue was raised with one of our guests who was also a numerologist and was suggesting changes be made. But
Mhm.
a lot of us didn't, like me, I didn't understand, is there's actually a way to change the energy of your house number without getting all crazy about it and getting actual legal change and all that nonsense. You don't have to do that. And it makes a big difference because you were telling me for my numbers to add a particular number, and you suggested where I should insert this number, and I did it. So I want to tell you what happened.
Mhm.
I started winning more money in the lottery. So normally I'll win a couple bucks here and there, right? Well, I won 25.
Good.
Then I won more, so not a lot more, but it was showing this progression
Mhm.
after we had discussed what number I should add. And so tonight, I know you're going to be talking to people about what kind of shift they want to see
Mhm.
in their life. So there's a
Right.
certain number that will help with that. And all of this is so fascinating because, as we all know, everything's energy. But
Definitely.
tell us more. Let's get going with this. Tell us more about the house numbers, how it affects us. I know we've got callers waiting already, so go ahead.
The thing that's important is our given name at birth. Every letter of our name has a number to it. We take a look at the numbers that we have available to us, and we'll have some numbers that are going to be missing numbers. Those are the areas that will create problems in our day-to-day life or particular months we're in or particular days we're in. So what we're trying to do is make where we live the most comfortable possible. We're going to change things on a day-to-day basis, and like I said, month to month, etc. But the most important thing is where we live. Let's make it as comfortable as possible. So let's give it a number that enhances our world and opens the doors for us to have additional pluses instead of negatives. Some people have issues with certain numbers, and nothing's perfect. If it was perfect, we wouldn't be going through all this on this planet. But the most important thing is I take a look at a person's given name at birth. What do they have there that's a plus for them? But what shows up as a negative? And then we take a look at their house number. Well, if their house number is negative and they look positive, well, let's pull the two together so that we get the best of, shall we say, the pick of the litter? That's what we're looking for.
Yeah. Well, I'd like the pick of the litter. I'd like to be the pick of the litter. How's that?
Me too. I would too. Most definitely. So we take a look at a person's first, middle, and last name at birth. That's the most important time. And we see what numbers they have available to them. And then we take a look at the address of which they live. Is it a plus for them, or is there something missing? Or what can we add to the number of where they live to enhance their day-to-day situations?
Okay.
So that's what we're doing.
Okay. Well, it sounds simple, but I know there's a lot more to it. Now, I just want to, again, make mention of the number that people call in on. It should be 855-472-5483 because I've gotten some texts from people who think they're on the line with us, but they are not. So again, it's 855-472-5483. That's how you reach us tonight.
Right.
So how about, let's see. I know somebody's hopefully going to get that number right and call in because I see that you're on, but they're not. How about starting with Miss Chanel, our lovely producer?
Oh, I think that's a great idea. Now, Chanel happens to be in a 6-year For her, it's all about home and family and making things comfortable for her. And we took a look at her house number, and her house number fits the year that she's in. So although it's not the perfect solution for her, it's a feel-good solution for her. It gives her what she needs because it's about family type situation. So her way of putting things together, she wants it perfect. She's trying really hard to, shall we say, put bells and whistles on where she is to make it the best that she can. And by doing so, she has enhanced where she is. Now, I know that next year she's going to be thinking of making a major change. And that's the perfect time for her to do so. But right now, be comfortable where you are because it's home. That's what's important for her right now. It's home.
Okay. So what about any kind of a shift? Let's say I know that she wants to move eventually. You're saying everything should be held off until a year and a half from now, which
for her to do it where it's going to be comfortable for her. Right now, she's looking to have things be comfortable. It's okay. She's not looking for grandiose anything. She's just looking for the comfort zones of making things okay. She's going to be doing a lot of studying and a lot of redoing next year. And for all of us, don't forget, this month is a review of last year. Next month will be a review of this year. October, a preview of next year. So as she's going through, thinking through some of these things, she'll be able to lay things out in a better way that'll be more comfortable for her. And she'll have opportunity to think, to plan, do or redo for her comfort zone. And it will work.
Okay.
So that's important.
So she doesn't need to change her house number. Her house number is okay.
Her house number is fine for her.
Okay.
It is, for her, it is home. It doesn't necessarily mean it's got all the bells and whistles or whatever, but it is comfortable because it's home. It gives her what she needs for now. She'll make changes next year.
Okay. Next year's change year. Excellent.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
well,
difference.
That's very good. Well, I guess we have Deborah waiting in line to join us. So, Hi, Deborah.
Yes, hi.
Hello there.
Show.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
fine. So
I've got two Patricias. How lucky am I?
I become PK on the show.
Yeah.
I'm the old soul. I get the shortcut. So, Deborah, am I correct that your birthday is 12/5/50?
12/15. 12/15/1950.
12/15. Okay, that's why I'm seeing. With the retrograde, I don't take chances on anything. I wanted to double check here. Very good. I'm glad I did. I've taken a look here. I know that you sent your name up, so we have it here set out for you. And I was taking a look at things for you. And I'm going to put it this way. You are looking to wrap up a lot of things. I'm going to use the phrase, is this going to make sense? You're sick and tired of being sick and tired? Does that make sense to you?
Sure does.
Okay, but just double checking. Okay, the area where you're living right now, it has.
Oh.
Go ahead, hey.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know if you said, where are you living right now?
No, you were kind enough to have sent something ahead so I could take a look at it. So that I could give you a more in-depth answer here. But the thing that's important for you where you're located at right now is that for you, it's not giving you everything you want out of life. You're looking for something that's more user-friendly, shall I say? Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Because where you're living is call it a 7 house. Okay. And 7 says we keep a lot to ourselves. To our neighbors, we seem a little different and strange. We don't have a lot of neighborhood camaraderie. Am I correct?
Yes.
And because of that, you feel more isolated and more alone. It's to your advantage and taking a look at what goes on around you. It's also a missing number in your chart. So it's made it doubles up issues that are a problem for you. It's the neighborhood, the feel of what's going on with what's happening around you. But I see in your chart that you have the ability to do very well when you're doing things for others. You like being in control, like being in charge. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay. If you disagree with something I say, please tell me, then I'll let you know why I say it, what I'm working towards. Okay.
Sure.
For you to be happy in this house, it needs to be a 9 house. And when I say a 9 house, it means that you're involved and available for everybody else. As it stands now, it's not giving you what you need. It's not that it's a bad place or anything like that. It just doesn't give you fulfillment of what you're looking for. By making it a 9 house, and your address, I have that here, totals a 7. So I would recommend that you take, excuse me, on a little piece of tape or paper, put a 2 on it, okay? And when you open the door where the hinges are, where it's unseen by others, put a 2 in there.
Oh.
That will enhance your area to a 9. It will uplift it. It will make it more user-friendly. And you'll be surprised all of a sudden you'll be having more information shared with your neighbors and things of that nature. As it stands out, well, we're at 7. 7 usually is the house number of the teacher, the lawyer, and I'll even add the crook. Okay, sorry about that. But it's all things that are secret or quiet or loaded key. So that's what and because of the way your chart is set up, you have no 7s. So the last place you want to live is a place that has the very number of which you have none of. So by adding that, we've changed the dynamics of how you feel where you live. So try it for a few days or a week or so. And just for the heck of it, send us a note back and let us know how it feels. I think you'll be quite surprised at how things will start to change. Now, remember that right now we are in a month of endings, next month, a month of reviewing, and the following month, new beginnings. So if it doesn't jump right out at you within the next week or so, don't get upset. Just kind of watch it flow because it will change. Any questions?
That's very, no, that's very helpful and spot on. Where I live, it's a smaller community of condos, and you know, the people are very nice. But you're right; I kind of feel like an oddball. So,
yeah. When I say that, you know, they don't have camaraderie, it doesn't mean that they're not nice people. It's just that sometimes they're not our people. Does that make sense?
Yes, that's very true.
And so what you're doing is making it the best that you can of what's going on around you. That's what it's all about. Enhance when you can and take it and run with it.
Okay, well, that was incredibly helpful. Thank you so much, PK.
Oh, you're more than welcome, dear. I hope you enjoy the change that will come about. But like I said, give it a little bit of time. It's not going to take a lot of time. You'll be surprised.
Yeah, I'm going to put 2 in my hinges.
By all means, do so. Yeah, that opens you up to the world.
Thank you for your information and your wisdom. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, you're more than welcome, sweetheart. You're more than welcome.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, I got a question for you, PK, because when somebody has a house number that adds up to a number that they don't have in their overall chart, it's a challenge. But so from what you're saying, I'm gathering it can be a psychological challenge also. It can make you feel depressed. It can make you feel, like you said,
depending on what the number is. Yeah, definitely.
So it can have that dampening effect to the point where somebody thinks they may need medication because it's not feeling good in life, right?
It's like being somewhere that you don't fit. It's like being the only one that's gone to the ball and you're not wearing a gown.
Okay.
It doesn't mean that it's detrimental to you big time. It just doesn't allow you to be happy with what you've got. Why not set it up so that we can be happy with what we have?
Yes.
I know I could go into all the books that I've read and all the different things that go on about ideas and thoughts, but I find that I'll just call it down and dirty. This is a very simplistic way of making things work. And I find that everyone that I've worked with doing it this way, it's simple, it's easy, it makes them feel good, and it doesn't take any time at all for them to go, oh my gosh, what happened?
Yeah, that's wonderful. I like that.
Me too.
Least effort, the better you feel. I love it. I love it.
Oh, definitely.
Well,
simple is best.
Yes, absolutely. Now we have Laura on the line.
Mm-hmm.
And you have her information already.
Yes, I do.
So Laura, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Nice to see both of you ladies.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so sweet. It's nice chatting with you, Laura. I was taking a look at what you've got going on around you, and you have some major issues that you've had to work with in this lifetime. And I'm trying to be nice. The house you're in, the number of the house, sweetheart, we got to change that ASAP. Okay? Because it does not give you anything that make you feel uplifted. It just, you feel pinned down there.
Yeah.
My imagination or what I see number wise. Yeah. What I'm taking a look, you're very creative and you're very outgoing. You like change and you've got a real good head on your shoulders. So you have a number of which you live says it's, I need it for me, my, and I, but I don't do well just living with me, my, and I. So it's a karmic number in your chart. You're missing 2 numbers in your chart. And so we ended up with a karmic accumulation number, which says anything to do with just you personally has always got a little sticker to it. Make sense?
Yes.
So we want to change that. So if I said to you, what would you like to enhance the world of which you live? What do you think would make your life better?
At this given time, a partner.
Okay. So you want a partner. Okay. And you're extremely creative and you're a good communicator. You got a very good head on your shoulders. So you need somebody or something that's going to enhance your world by sharing in a way that you can communicate with them, because you have very low self-esteem for yourself. Okay. True?
It was at one time. Very true. I have come a long way in 2 years.
Oh, definitely. I know you've come a long way, but what I'm saying is that was the thorn in your rose. Okay. So you've been working on all that. So what we want to do is add something to enhance where you are and how things are going. So that being said, I would look to add it to your house. I would add excuse me for a second here. I would add something that will make you more social, more outgoing, more able to feel good about what's going on around you. So if you were to add 5 to your door, that would make it a number of which it deals with family type situations. That would be good. You could add that to the door frame as we were talking about, or you could add also a 5. And a 5 would put you in a place where you're looking for more of a partner, more than just someone to share communications with, but you're looking more for a partner at this point in time. If you look for something that will give you more changes in this lifetime, then I would add a 2 to what's going on. But those would be the numbers that I would add, because the way your chart is set up, you're very sensitive. And because of the 2 karmic lessons you have, it creates the one that deals with your self-esteem and ego. So consequently, we want to find something that's going to enhance that for you and make you more social and more outgoing. You've done a lot to make a difference, because that first consonant in your name is a 4. So you enjoy communicating and being around others, but sometimes you don't trust how you feel. You get a little, I won't use the word fearful, but a little uncomfortable reaching out. But don't be afraid. Just branch out, open the door, stand up straight and say, hey, I'm here. Because half the time they don't realize that you're there because you don't allow it to be known. Is that true?
It is. You're right.
So now you need to be your new best friend. And if you are going to be your best friend, who's going to do it for you, right?
I've got you.
So we want to meet somebody that's going to be out there about and make us feel like we're belle of the ball. Somebody you want to spend time with and that wants to spend time with you. All that can be changed just by adding a change at your door.
I'll do it. Thank you so much, PK. That was wonderful.
So you're more than welcome.
What number would you suggest, PK? Because you brought up several numbers, 2 numbers or 3 numbers. I was a little confused.
Well, she has choices the way her chart is set up. And I know what work that she's already done.
Okay.
Now, she lives, we'll put it this way. She lives in a 1 house. Okay. The house is a 1 right now. Okay. So by adding, if she added a 4 to it, it would give it a 5. It would give it major changes. So by that being the case, she deals with the creative side. Again, adding a 1 to that gives her opportunity for major changes that are uplifting. Anything to do with change for her would go well. She has put herself in a corner where she doesn't trust who she really feels she is for fear that someone's going to tell her she's not good enough or it isn't.
Yeah, we're all kind of afraid of that. So yeah.
Oh, yeah. So this makes a difference for her because we take a look at what numbers are missing in her chart and we take a look at what we can add to that to make a difference. So that's what I would do.
So which number do you think would be the most powerful for Laura to use to give her that stability with self-esteem and self-love?
For her to do that at this point in time, she would do very well with using the 5 because 5 is uplifting, is constant change, but she also does very well with the 3. I'm going to say because of how she's missing 3 things in her chart.
Okay.
And that being said, it's more of a personal thing. She's got to have a gut feel for something. And I would tell her to try and see how she responds to the first number we talked about. If it doesn't feel comfortable, after a week or 2, try the next number and see what kind of a change she gets. Because the way her chart is laid out, it deals with her own personal self-esteem. Mm-hmm. And that's the problem. She's missing 4s and 6s in her chart, which means that anything to do with her ego, her self-esteem is a karmic issue. So I'm trying to get her to step out of this, but sometimes it's better if we pick our own special number, but she's been given the numbers to stay away from. And try the 1. If that works, I think she's going to do very well with what we've suggested that she use here because she has a choice of 2.
Okay. So which one should she start? Which number should she add?
Laura, what number did you resonate to when we talked about it? What was the first number that resonated to you? Okay.
Definitely the 5.
Okay. And that makes it a 6, and 6 is about relationships and partnerships. And that's the very thing you've been asking for. You see? No mistakes, only supposed to be's.
That's great. Love it.
Thank you. That's wonderful. I will keep you posted.
Oh, please do. Please do. And there's no refunds. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No money back guarantees.
No, it's just surprises. But I think you'll be quite pleased with the end result.
Mm.
Thank you.
That's
Thank you.
great.
Have a blessed night.
Thank you.
Same to you, my dear.
And I want to ask you, there's so many questions I have about this, PK. This is so fascinating. I can't wait to hear back from Deborah and Laura and the changes they're going to make with all.
Good.
And Laura's pretty extraordinary because she's one of the few people we've talked to that actually likes change. Because you know how many people don't like change?
Isn't that the truth?
So she's very, very extraordinary that way. So I can't wait to hear from her and from Deborah and how she feels uplifted by this. But you talk about putting the number that you're adding into, like, what did you call? What is that thing called?
I call it the door frame. You know, when you open the door where the hinges are inside, it's not seen by everybody else. It's nobody else's business. That's your personal thing.
Right. Now, is there any other way to do this, to use this number where It's also powerful, but it doesn't obviously change your address. You don't want to add a number to your address and people think your address.
You can't do that because the city won't allow it, the streets won't allow it, or whatever, you know.
Right.
So that's why it's private, it's out of the way, it's something that you see, it's a reminder for you all the time what you're striving for. And I find that works very, very well by doing that. It makes it easier to remember, because people that you're opening that, because you'll find that you'll start glancing at it where ordinarily you don't look at the hinges.
No.
But once you start, it's like it's still there. Okay.
Yeah, right. It's a reminder that the energy is shifting and changing for your betterment, and to make it easier.
Definitely.
To make it easier, that's the key. Because, like you said, if you have karmic numbers and then your house is a karmic number, you're up against.
Yeah, if you take a look at numbers, the house numbers, we'll just say, if a house number totals 1, that's certainly not a house that you want to have a family in or a partnership in, because that's for one person.
Okay.
That would be great for them. And it works very, very nicely. A 2 house is good for a partnership or relationships. It's all, 1 is masculine, 2 is feminine. Doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be that, but it does work out in that direction. But a 2 house likes somebody to be with. They don't like being alone. So we'd take a look at that aspect of it. And then by adding our names with it, a 3 house. People in a 3 house like creativity. They do a lot of communicating. They do a lot of partying, or I shouldn't say partying, but they do a lot of get-togethers and,
right.
Everybody come on by, come to my house type attitude.
Right.
A 4 house, they're very practical and very orderly. Well, a person living in a 4 house that's very practical and very orderly, but as a 5 personality wants to get out there and swing and have a good time. When they come home, it's like a thud.
Oh.
That's why I'm saying when you have to take a look at where you live, enhance that to go along with who you are.
Yes, exactly.
A 5 house, they're very versatile. They're constant changes. They like things that are different. They don't like being bored. And a 6 house, that's a family house. They like situations that deal with domestic. But they like to cook. They like to share. They like to have the family gatherings, whatever. People that are in a 7 house, you'll find, this is not always the case, but I found that a 7 house is a lawyer, a school teacher, doctors, things of that nature. It could also be a lawman, but it could also be a crook. Okay.
That's something. Huh.
But 7 deals with teaching and learning. It's our education part. An 8 house, they have an atmosphere of success about them. Usually an 8 house is more impressive or more important, or they think they're more important with what's going on. And if we have a 9 house, those help and serve humanity at large, and they're taking care of everybody else. You'll find those are 9 houses. All those things are a little bleep of who the house represents. Then we put the people in it, and then we take a look at their stuff and how they commingle.
Right. Yes. Well, this is so fascinating. And because there's numbers around us everywhere. I mean, the house number is just 1.
Oh, heavens.
But the phone numbers, social security numbers that were assigned at birth, all of these numbers.
Well, if you think about it, the day we're born, we're given a birthday. We get a new birth name, and all those are to deal with numbers. Then we're going to go home to this house that they picked out for us. Then we get a social security number. And everything around us is all numbers.
It is. It really is. Now, I'll just ask you another quick question before we move on, because I know you have other people that have contacted you, want you to make a comment tonight for them. Let's say somebody's social security number is really off base to who they are as a person. Can you do something with that? Because I know that you're stuck.
That's the government. But the thing is this, what you can do is where you live, what you do, where you work. Remember, everything has a number to it. What the number is your job? What is your house address? So if you could make your address of where you live more comfortable with who you are, quote, the things you can't get rid of because they're imprinted. Our parents name us. We think we get the name we need because of what lessons we're here to learn. And
Right.
everything that we do is attached to a number. So, like I
Yeah.
said, the minute you're born, the time you're born has a big effect. The day you're born, the name they give you. And then down the road, say that all of a sudden they decide, oh, I really didn't like that name. I'm going to change it on their birth certificate. That's like a new birthday. Because the name is now changed. And the day we change that is a day of change. So that adds different things to that aspect as well.
It does. Oh my goodness.
No free lunch. We have to work for everything.
Really?
Unfortunately. But
well, I know you have a long list of people who contacted you that
yes, I do. I do.
Tonight. So go ahead.
I'm just gonna use an initial, first and middle name that way, because they were concerned about their privacy. So I'm going to say CR, and she happens to be in a 8 personality right now, dealing in a 7 year where she doesn't know who or what to trust. So she was very fearful about coming out because she's involved in the politics and such. But she lives in a 2 house, but she wants to expand what she does and build her own business. She does business in other locations, but she wants to build the business in her own home now and make it where it's easier for her to build the business, make more money without having to leave and go anywhere. So she lives in a 2 house. Well, a 2 house is nice for a partnership, but it's not what I'd call a great creative business number. Something like that, we would want a 3 or a 5, something of that nature to build it up. So in her particular case, because what she does deals with spirituality, she needs to build that area up where it's a 7, where she can be a teacher, we'll work with creativity, work with communications, but in a comfortable zone, because she will be teaching and working with people health-wise, as well as the ideas that they may have and be insecure about whether they should use them or not. So what we're looking at is what would make it easier for her. The best number she could add, because she would be a 9 to her if she wants to be outgoing all the time. But if she really wants to be the teacher, she should do the 7, because 7 is a good teacher. They're more reserved, more quiet, more laid back. They concentrate a lot. They spend a lot of times researching, going back over that type of thing. So in her particular case, the 7 would be a better number for her to change. So she lives in a 2 house. So if she adds a 5 to that, she will have her 7 house for her to learn, teach from, and be able to work with the spiritual stuff, because that's what most of her stuff deals with, spirituality. So this gives her the opportunity to have the best of both worlds. You can't beat that.
Yeah, that's absolutely perfect for her then. So she would do the same thing. She would take the number 5, write it down on a piece of paper or something, and then
or tape it inside the little door, that type of thing. And if we stop and take a look at everything, every year our personal year changes. We go 1 through 9. Whenever we're born, we start whatever happens to be that personal year for us personally.
Right.
And that being said, so a person may be born into this life, and all of a sudden, their first day on this planet, they're in a 7 year. What? How do you work that through? Because it deals with the spiritual side. It deals with health and healing. It deals with so many other elements of it. So we take a look at that, and then take a look at the numbers, and where can we build up and add to those particular numbers for that individual. And it makes all the. I had a friend of mine, they just had a little baby boy a couple of days ago. And this child is going to be a 7 personality. So this child will be very reserved, pull back, and they had a name already chosen, and the name for the child goes around the number 7 also. So this child is going to be a teacher in some fashion, whether it's school, legal, or whatever, that there's all these opportunities. Of course, having opportunities, whether we take advantage of them or not, it's a different ballgame.
Yes, it is.
So a lot lot is there and ready to go. It's just, what do you do with it next?
Yeah.
That's the part that keeps us hopping, shall we
Well,
say.
for people who live and work at home, the house number energy has got to be having a big impact, right?
Most definitely. 7 is teaching and learning. 8 is show me the money. I'm in charge. I'm going to tell you what to do. Most people that work at home deal with the number 8 because they want to make it. They know what they're doing. They're putting it all together. A 9 is people that are doing things for other people. You'll find that most 7 houses are teachers, lawyers, instructors, or as I say, or sleight of hand. Yep. It was nice to sleight of hand. But every number. So a person that has a 1 house, that's a person that is very independent. They like to do things their own way. Now, but if their numbers say that they need more or they need to have more uplifting, then there again, change the house number so it fits with you. Anytime we deal with 1, we're independent. We want to do it our way. If we're a 2, we want a partnership or a relationship. And 2s tend to be overly sensitive as well. A 3 is very creative and very outgoing, very social, great ideas, but will also overspend because, hey, that looks really good. I think I'll take it home with me. Oh, that's what you need is a big elephant in the yard, right?
Right.
Okay, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So a 4 person, they're very practical and very black and white. They like things done just right, but they're very good dealing with health issues, putting things in order. And a 5 person, they like change. They're speed demons. A person that's a 5, you'll find that those are the road runners down the road. They like speed all the time. It doesn't matter what it is. Everything's for the quick fix, the quick turnover. But they're good at making money as well. But sometimes they overshoot. The gambling gets to be a bit much. But if a person's in a 6, it's all about family type responsibility, but they want things perfect. But in a 6, spend time by and or around water. It's very therapeutic. It's low key. And they like to gather and share things. And there's the ones that like to cook. Oh, I've got the grill going. Come on over, type thing.
Right.
But a 7 personality, they like things calm. They like to think. They do a lot of dreaming. Spending time by and or around water is so therapeutic for them. But they are our teachers. They are our spiritual side. They are the ones that will come up with I had a dream last night and this is what I got. Oh, wow, this is perfect. Now we can do this.
Right.
The 8 personality, that's show me the money. I'm in charge. Get out of my face. I'm telling you what I'm going to do. And they do it.
They do it. Look at that.
Well, sure, because they know what they can do. They don't play games with what they're able to do. They work on it in a way that makes them, they're kind of a know-it-all. They're chairman of the board. We could say they're a bit of a Donald Trump type personality.
In a good way.
Oh, definitely in a good way. And a 9 personality, they're the Mother Teresas. They're here to help everybody else. They're the school teachers. There's the one that said, oh, gosh, that little kid fell down. Let me gather him up and take him home to his mommy. Let me clean his knee off, that kind of thing. So every number has something special for us to work with. And that's what makes it so interesting.
It does. It's fascinating. And then to know that we can make subtle changes that will make it easier for us.
Oh, gosh, yes.
More comfortable for us is a good term for this. Because sometimes, especially lately, I mean, so many people you and I have talked to, they're not comfortable. They're feeling uncomfortable. They're feeling super stressed for whatever reason. It doesn't even matter the reason. So it's having information like this is terrific. It really is.
When we take a look at the numbers of where we live, let's take a look at what our personal year is. In that house, because it will change each year by what the numbers revolve around. Right. And if it's a positive number for us, then of course each year will be okay. It just adds different things. It's like if a person's in a 6 year, anytime they're by and around water, it's very therapeutic. They get ideas of things they want to do. But let's gather the family up and let's do all this together. And all of a sudden, they get worn out because it gets overwhelming. They try to do too much. They try to make everything perfect. As we well know, perfection
doesn't exist.
Really exist. Not in my world.
Especially with families, right?
Right. Oh, definitely. So if a person takes a look at their name at birth, every letter lasts for so many years. So if you can go to my page, I think I've got information about what they are, but like A, J, and S are a one valued letter. So we'll just say a person's name is Jane. That's a first vowel, first consonant. They're both ones, but that makes that a two personality. So even though that person's independent, they don't want to be alone.
Okay.
So we have to take first vowel, first consonant. In anybody's name is always a lot of who they are and what they like to do.
Very helpful.
Well, you and I, it's a 7 for the P and 1 for the A. Right. So we're always trying to think about things, put things together, but it's an 8. So if I can't put it together and be in charge to make it work right, oh my God, the world just came to an end. Close.
Yeah, that's right. It's just so interesting. So who else do you have? Because I know you've got a list. We got to get through a few more here before the end of the show.
Yes.
They're going to be calling you saying, why didn't you get to me?
Because I didn't want to. All right, I have somebody here. I'm just going to use the initials of JA. And in their chart, they're in a 4 personal year. And they're missing 2s, 4s, and 7s. So they're missing 4. So we know that even though they're in a 4 year, it's karma right off the bat because they have no 4s. They're here to learn how to deal with details of things and build off of that type of situation. So considering the fact that they've got 3 karmic lessons in their chart and they live in a house that's an 8 house, well, they have 8s. So even though they're missing the 2, 4s, and 7s, they have to learn how to utilize the gift that they have of the 8 of being in control, being in charge. We can be in control and in charge of things, but if we don't know how to make it work, what good does it do us?
Exactly.
So this person has to pay more attention to the details of things and not be afraid to trust that inner faith. We get a gut feel about something. How many times do we talk ourselves out of it and then back into it and then out of it again?
Yeah.
If it shows up, follow through with it. It makes a big, big difference. And this individual, extremely creative, good ideas, and the ability to do very well financially, but doesn't know how to put herself out there to let it happen. So now if she changes and pays attention to the details of things and shares with it, all of a sudden, all these things will start to open up and she'll excel at what she wants to do. Right now, she doesn't have enough faith in herself. And like anything else, we're all guilty of it at different times. Nothing's perfect. If it was, we would have come with wings and sandals. And I don't know anybody that looks like that yet. I'm working at it though.
Yeah, I know you are.
It all makes a big difference.
So her house number is right now adding up to be what?
Her house number right now is an 8.
And what number do you suggest that she add to that to get to a better place?
For her to make things work, if she were to add a 9 to it, it would make the 8 enhanced because she's got 2 8s in her chart to begin with. She knows how to put things in charge, but she doesn't have enough faith in herself to do it. So if you double up that 8 says, I'm chairman of the board. Well, who's going to talk you out of that if you feel it? So that's how I would recommend it from that standpoint. So it's taking what we have and multiply it or divide it or add to it, whatever it takes to make it better.
Yeah.
And it does make a big difference.
Change. Yeah, it'd be a very powerful change for her. And, self-esteem, self-confidence for women especially is a challenge. So it's important that they take that into consideration as an issue they may have that's showing up in their numbers.
One of the things that we forget about is every year has a plus to it. And if we're missing that particular number, we just have to work harder to make it work.
Right.
And if we add by going through this, it makes a difference. why not make the best of what we've got instead of the worst of what we've got?
That's it. Why should we have to struggle unnecessarily?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
that doesn't help us. So having the support of the right numbers for our house, I'm so thrilled. I can't wait to see what happens when Mercury retrograde ends.
Oh, God, that makes two of us.
The change you suggested. I can't wait to
Mhm.
see what happens.
Well, I have one more here, and I'm just going to call it a GH. And he is a very sensitive soul.
Mhm.
Got a good head on his shoulders, has absolutely no faith in anything he does.
Mhm.
Just assumes whatever choices he makes are going to be wrong ones. And it's all because he's overly sensitive, does not know how to deal in a partnership or a relationship. So consequently, those numbers all revolve around issues with females. He's a guy who
Wow.
has female issues all of his life. It starts with mother, goes up with the females that he's dated along the line. So he lives in a house, it's a 6th house. So he wants this family dynamics in the house. He wants all this perfect family stuff. But it's not going to change until he changes his attitude about how to deal in a partnership that's being less finicky, less demanding about what he thinks the world's supposed to be.
Exactly.
And I chatted with him prior to coming on. So he said, yeah, I got to work. I won't be able to be there. I said, okay. So we did it offline.
Yeah.
So I did him ahead of time.
That's important.
All of us, if we take a look at, on my webpage, they'll find different types. I'll have the numbers and letters, what they represent. So it's very simple. There's 9 different numbers that we utilize. AJ and S is one. Each number has its own, each letter has its own number to it. But take advantage of it. If you know what year you're in, right off the bat, you know what's going to work and what's not going to work. A 1 year, we're in charge. A 2 year, we've got to be a good partner.
Exactly.
A 3 year, watch your mouth because you'll say a lot that you'll regret later. No, I really didn't want to marry you.
Yeah, right. You don't want to just like spill that out.
Yeah.
But for everybody, since we're coming to the end of the show,
Mhm.
I highly recommend that you contact PK on her website, patriciakirkman.com. We also have contact information on supernaturalgirls.com for PK. And get your whole chart done. Get the whole shebang done. And then you can add in this information about your house number, and you'll really have a complete package. So highly recommend that you contact PK and set that up, because we've been in crazy times.
Oh, God, yes.
We need all the help we can get. And PK, you're phenomenal at helping people.
Thank you, sweetheart.
With this. It's
That's the reason for being. If we can't help one another, what are we going to do?
We'll be in trouble, like we've been in trouble.
You've noticed.
I have.
I thought it was just me.
No, my God. But again, it's very soothing. Also, there's something about knowing this information that makes a world of difference. So please go and contact PK, patriciakirkman.com. We will be back next week with another great show. And this one, you're also going to want to call in if you'd like a free reading from Josh Reichman. He was on the show a few weeks ago. Phenomenal.
He's such a sweetheart. Yes, he is.
Phenomenal.
I look forward to it.
This is your chance. Free reading. Until
That's
then,
right.
we'll see you on the Blue Highway. Good night, everybody.
Good night.